Hi, welcome back to my channel, Fix and Repair. Have not made a video in a while. Decided I'd make a video on one of my new additions to my Power King, which I use for mowing in a wooded lot. As you can see, John had a very nice paint job on it, but those bramble bushes took a toll on my paint. And I got tired of that, and it ripped up my decal a little bit here. As you can see, some of those bushes are pretty big. They stretched way back here. Even got me when I was on the tractor. So you can see what I came up with here. Came up with this grill guard. And I got this piece of mesh. That was some type of shelving that you'd hang on the wall. Neighbor gave it to me. And then these brackets here with the holes in, I picked that up at my local junkyard. There's a whole bunch of them. It's probably close to 50, 60 of them laying on the ground there. We got a couple of them here for different projects. And as you can see, they were made with these brackets that had a base that was welded really nicely. Everything was just beautiful welds on it. And it had pre-drilled holes. And it just so happens it was the perfect height. I didn't have to cut these things off. Perfect height for this piece of mesh material, this grate that I used. So for the bolts, I just used some Briggs & Stratton head bolts, some washers, and I bolted it in 3 spots. And then I bolted it in 2 spots here, one going this way and one going that way, so it wouldn't wiggle inside. So now this will be nice and protected. You can see, I'm going to get in my tractor here. It's not that obtrusive. I didn't want to go all the way across. I figured that'd be a problem. It's about as wide as the front end of the tractor. I thought people would like that. Just walk around my tractor, talk a little bit about it. Get an update. If people haven't seen the other videos on the modifications I did with this tractor, I'll just walk through it real quick. Added a toolbox to it. Added this piece in the bottom. Put this bumper on. This was a bumper that John put on the tractor. I made this piece so then when I drive over those thorns, it pushes underneath the tractor. Pushes them down. Had to make it also another skid plate back there, which I painted orange. So it pushes everything under the mower. I added these springs on this piece here, and that controls these pulleys up here. You can see it would hit right down in there if it didn't have a spring on it, and that way I can remove the belt easily. That's my spring tensioner. I guess if you didn't have the hydraulic version, or the clutch, I should say, you didn't have the electric clutch version, that's how you would engage it manually. Right there, there's a lever down in there too. You can see it from the side where the other spring goes to. All right, now I added these braces here. Let's see, I made the chute for it because sometimes the grass will blow back in my face. So I made this out of a side of a snowblower, an old Toro 824. I cut that and I made that, put hinges on it, put a bungee strap on it, and attach it up to wherever I need it to be for whatever angle I want it. Right now I have it hooked to the hydraulic hose, I think. Yep, right up there. So I can raise and lower it. Add the wheels in the back. Add some braces right in here because it was cracked and I didn't want to take it to the welder. Took the rollers off the back because I'm doing it in the pasture using this. I don't need those rollers in the back. It just causes problems. And let's see, I added, my fingers go away. I added some pulleys for tensioners. I changed that up a little bit. Originally I had pulleys that ran on the inside of the belt, and someone told me that I should get these things as tight as possible around these pulleys here because that way I don't have any slippage, and he was right. So I made this and I put another one there because I had some belts that were not exact size, so I just did that instead. I added some tensioners back there. You can see that in another video. You know, those tensioners, pulleys, guides. Add some springs in the sides to level it. Add another pulley get that belt tighter. Now it's really tight around there, and really tight around the one in the middle. Let's see. I had to change a fitting down in here for the hydraulic cylinder. You can see that. I put a T coming off of that. I adapted it, and I got it centered. I didn't like the way it was pressing against the hose when it was coming through that hole. Now it's just perfect. I didn't do as much with this tractor. I added this hitch that came off an International tractor. My neighbor gave it to me years ago. It was perfect for that. And my Coca-Cola crate to carry my extra gas. Made a bracket to hold it in place. I took the cover off the battery box because I got tired of wanting to put a trickle charger on here and I couldn't get the cover off of this. So I just have it off completely, and then I just put a bungee strap on it to prevent the battery from bouncing around. Let's see. John, he made a step for it that time, which is really nice. With these bigger tires on, you definitely need a step to get on and off. So I like that. Did a good job on that, John. I appreciate that every day. And I'm hopping on and off this tractor. Let's see. I can pop open the hood. John came up with. He glued a little magnet right here underneath the hood. And that way, this hook, you just flip it up and it hits the magnet. I'll show you now. I'll hold the phone. There. Keeps the hook out of the way when you put the hood back down. I'll put that there for now. I changed the gas tank. I got rid of the steel gas tank on this. And these brackets here, I used off of a Sears lawn tractor, a Craftsman. You know, one of those with a 38-inch deck, 6 speeds, made in the 90s and 2000s. Made millions of them, it seems like. Well, those are the brackets that hold the rear end in the lawn tractor. So you can see I tore apart at least 2 of those tractors because I had to double it. I made my brackets, it seems like. Well, those are the brackets that hold the rear end in the lawn tractor. So you can see I tore apart at least 2 of those tractors because I had to double it. I made my brackets. There's one here, there's one here. Same way on the other side. And this plastic gas tank, I don't know what it came out of. Who knows? Not a Craftsman. Not one of those common tractors. Probably a Cub Cadet, maybe. But it just fit perfect, and that's what I use instead. Let's see. Had to replace this, the coil. That went out. Put a new spark plug. I got this off at Amazon. That was a good deal. And that's pretty much it. John added this that time. The piece of pipe to drain the oil. That's a nice addition too. I really appreciate that. So that way when you drain the oil, you don't get it all over the frame. Well, that's pretty much everything. Someone said I'm missing a solenoid in here, and I should wire one in. I probably end up doing that. If anyone knows the exact wiring I should use to put that solenoid in, send me a message. And I'll figure it out. I probably look at the other tractor too. That's my next project on this. I don't know why it doesn't have a solenoid. Unless some of them came without solenoids, I don't know. You tell me. I think this tractor is a 73. Someone messaged me saying this is an oddball deck on this tractor. It's like an old style deck on the newer style tractor. I'm not for sure. If anyone has information, let me know. The guy that said he knew the wiring diagram for the solenoid, sent it to me. I'll put it in. And that's pretty much it. John had that nice seat on there. Steering wheel started to crack. This tractor's kind of high up off the ground, so unfortunately I've been using that to climb on and off the tractor. And I can show you over here. It started to crack right in here. So I put some super glue on all these cracks. I think that'll work. I don't feel like replacing the steering wheel. That should work. I added a different key to it, one of those that has rubber over it so water don't get down in here. Then of course have the boots on here for the shifters. That's always a good idea, so water don't get in your transmission. Those are from John. Oh, I added these pipe fittings here to make it easier to add oil. Those two. I didn't do that much with this tractor compared to the other one. There it is. Put the hood down, I'll walk around, and if you have any questions about it, have any questions about what I did, just put them in the comments. Oh yeah, the tires. Those are Bigfoot tires, I believe. Yeah, Bigfoot. And I like them a lot. Another video I have about those tires, you can look it up. I don't remember exactly where I bought them from. Maybe eBay, maybe Amazon. Who knows? But they're very nice. I like them a lot. The one thing about them, I went with those wider tires on the other tractor, and it's not fun to turn. These are very easy to turn, especially with this mower on here. The rims, they are old rims off a boat trailer. And from what I researched, it's a good idea to find an old boat trailer that has these type of rims on them, because the ones that are older are heavier duty. The newer rims, say you get from Tractor Supply now, they are made in China and they're cheap. And these rims are slightly wider than the stock rims that came on this tractor from Power King. And I figured it'd be easier to mount these tires on, so that's why I went with this. And I think they look pretty good. John had put spacers on the tractor. You can see them back here. And that's why these tires clear. Now when I turn the wheel, they come really close to this deck because of these giant lugs on them, but it does not hit. Same way for the back. This comes extremely close to this rear tire, but it doesn't hit either. How well does the tractor work in a pasture? It depends. If the grass is too high and it's wet, or it's gone for too long, went to seed, you gotta go slow on this. It's only a 14 horsepower. But for the bramble bushes, I'm really surprised. It cuts them up very well. Grass, that pasture grass, seems like sometimes it gets wrapped around the spindles down below. I have regular blades on it. I don't think mulching blades would be any better. I think they'd actually be worse. Anyone has any idea how to make it handle pasture grass better? Send me a comment as well. As for raising the deck up higher, I thought about that, but because of this step on here, I'd have to cut the step right here and move that anchor back, that bracket back over here, so I could raise it up, because otherwise it's going to hit the shield. And for right now, it's working fine for what I need, so I really don't want to mess with it much anymore. I just want to use it. Oh, and the wheels in the back, they're off a John Deere mower deck. Alright, I think that's it. Still have the stock headlights on it. It's a good tractor. I'll walk back here so you can see it from a distance. So if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. Economy Power King tractors are very nice. They're easy to work on. The one thing though, these Kohler 321 engines, K321 engines, if they go out and you want to use it for mowing, you could probably figure out how to put an electric clutch on it, but it's going to be a little bit difficult to do. If you're just going to use it as a tractor to pull wagons around or whatever, you could easily convert this thing and you wouldn't have to worry about it. That's because it has that electric PTO clutch on the front. See it right down in there. But everything can be figured out if you take the time. I'm happy with it. It's a nice size tractor. I feel safe on it. Easy to work on, like I said. Alright, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.
Sit, Ace. Aw, good dog.
Woo!